It is really, really difficult to have no thoughts of violence to people who are simply horrible. It's a struggle every single day. It's a struggle to behave in such a way as not to injure anyone or anything, and still accomplish what you need. However, Gandhi said, it's not what you accomplish, it's how you accomplish it. If you accomplish and in the process you violate your own ethics, you failed. So this whole thing of, oh, well, you have to break a few eggs to make an omelet, or the means are justified by the result, that's out in this. And the other thing was he held nations to the same moral principles as individuals, and the world to the same moral principles as nations. So all these things are in this piece. If we can dance this so that this comes through and people really feel, because it's not a mental thing, people really feel the progression of the effort to create peace and nonviolence in the world, they can move on it. We can dream together. And that's exactly the outcome we want. So any questions about how the piece works through 4 sections? The first one, sorry, I am really having health problems and they make me croak like a frog. The first one is based on the composer's grandfather's wisdom. He came here alone, like a lot of people came to other places alone, in order to live a peaceful, moral life. So it's individual effort, unconnected, and probably not even having any idea how many people were individually involved in this all over the world. So on their own, these people did it. That's the first section. The second section is Gandhi, and that is the spread of this effort coalesced around a central figure who could define it and use it and inspire people to come together. And then Martin Luther King doing the same thing on a completely different stage with all the knowledge of what Gandhi had achieved. And finally, John Lennon encouraging people to give peace a chance. And you'll hear bits of the theme from that particular song in the composition if you listen really carefully. He sort of distributed it in a very foxy way, but it's there. Those of you who don't know that song, you can find it on YouTube. It's definitely worth listening to again. So what I would like to do tonight, this is the feel out time. Normally we don't have a tutti in our dance. We don't have one phrase or gesture that we all do at one time. But in this piece, I would like to distill the essence of peace and ahimsa into a gesture or a series of gestures. I have an idea, but I want your input in this. So we're going to fool around with that a little bit and record it and take a look at it. And it would come at the end of each of the 4 sections. Now, while we're being projected doing these things on the 2 screens, Mariko will be the force of peace in the center, dancing solo. And let me tell you something, this is going to be beautiful, beautifully lit, beautifully done, very inspiring. I want to, as we start to record next week, I want you to keep in mind that you are focused on something that is going on in the middle, so that as we have done in the past where you reached out to people, you are focused on what is going on with her increasingly. I had a class with Margie Gillis last year, and she said, pick my brain. Oh, you don't have to ask me twice. I said, what is the movement signature for peace? And she said, oh, expansion. Peace is expansion. tyranny is contraction. And I totally agree with that. So we're going to move through expansion in the 4 sections. The first one, where it's individual effort, you will be more contained and less out there. The second one, where you are led by a great leader, you'll start to move outward more. The third one, with Martin Luther King, you will outward even more. And with John Lennon, you'll go wild in a Buto way. Okay?
Buto wild.
This is a lot of mind stuff to throw at you. And what I want to do tonight is work through it on a body level. And then we can all look at the recording and pick out the stuff. And actually, by next week, we'll start doing a formal structure. And then one more week of rehearsal, and then we record it for a week. And then editing takes place. Before we start though, Kathy and Mariko, can you meet after the rehearsal tonight? Good, because I just met with Carla an hour ago, so I have a lot of things to tell you. Okay, what I would like to do is just play some of the music at random, and you start to find in you what you think is a gesture or a series of moves or a way to dance that is the essence of peace. Let's start with that, okay? All right, let me. Here we go.
Do you want finger lights on, Marilyn, at this stage or not?
Not this time. When we start actually going through it, I do. Thanks for asking. Yeah, no, I want this to be just sheer body. Now do it in terms of your, what have you done that you are proud of from the input of the hill? Biggest It's kind of violence at heart. You guys are so beautiful. You really are so very beautiful. And what sticks out most to me in those moves is the strength. And that's something I really want to have in this. I don't want people to interpret peace as an absence of violence. I want them to realize that it is a force. It is a difficult, strong, highly important force. And you are dancing that. That's really great. Yeah. Jennifer, you got to turn your mic on.
I have a question. When we go forward and face violence in the force of trying to bring peace, is it appropriate to have moments when you know what I mean, like you get a slap, or metaphorically, but then you move back, you know what I mean? I'm just wondering, because I felt that to show that it wasn't, yes, a simple move, there needed to be a pause, deep breath, and go forth. You know what I mean? Just a thought. I just ask, how does that hit you?
It's an important thought. I would like it to be subtle. I would like it to be exactly what you said, a pause and a return. Because there are obstructions, there are so many obstructions. And you have to respond to it. But what I don't want it to be is a mime of that. Okay, so I don't want you to wince away and so on, but you can build into, you're going to have a lot of room in this. You can build into your personal gestures whatever you need to express that, because it's there, no question at all. But to be able to not strike back and to go on, that's where the strength and uniqueness of this lies. And that's the key to civil disobedience, nonviolent power, if you like. Yeah, a really good point. Okay, let me explain the light thing. What I would like to do in the first part, where we're dancing the individual people working on their own to achieve peace and to live peace, I would like you to start as far away from the camera as you possibly can, with only one finger light. Okay, and oh boy, sorry guys. I just want to, if you can't achieve far away, then achieve it with small gestures rather than expansive ones. This is the one of the individual striving on the individual's own, and this is blue light. Let's see what it's like if you dance it with blue light, one single light, and then we'll increase the amount of light and the presence as we go through the full dance. Let's see what it would look like. It may not be practical, but it might. Maybe we'll try one on each hand even. Let me get myself out of this.
So, Marilyn, are you wanting the legs, the whole body, when you say as far away as we
If
can?
it's possible. I know it's not always possible for everybody.
More space, but I can
But if
push
it's
back.
possible, what I would like to have them see is a journey.
Yeah.
Because this is
Thank
the
you.
individual journey. I'm going to, I can't seem to get my bloody video off for some reason. Why could that be? Here we go. Okay, so you can hear me but not see me, yes? Okay, good. All right, what we're going to do is start with the very beginning. And you're going to dance your arrival somewhere or your journey somewhere to escape violence, to live a different kind of life. And this is pure improvisation at this point, guys. Okay, here we go.
One blue light.
Try one light and then maybe we'll stop and do one on each hand and see how that works. Let's see, because with your different kinds of lighting, this is an experiment. Okay, you might mute your microphones though. Okay, here we go. Good job. Marlena, that's really interesting because you really seem almost invisible. Yeah. Taking a journey from the back of your field to the front of the field. That's beautiful, Pat. Okay, several things are happening and they're all worth taking note of. Pat is using her light to light her other hand. So she's getting two hands worth out of the one light, which is making a really interesting effect. Some of you have darkened the room. Marlene, I think, is the darkest of them all and has made you distant by darkness. We can do that, but we're going to have to do it as a gradual and changing thing. Otherwise, you are disappearing. Let's try it, if you would like to, with two lights, one on each hand.
I feel like my head is being cut off and I don't know how to correct it.
I think you're going to have to correct it by the angle of your device. Yeah, there you go. And see what happens when you, yeah, there you are.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody adjust your lighting as you would like to. And let's try it again, some more. Again, you are alone. You have made the decision and you are alone trying to achieve peace by your own actions.
Marilyn, was I too far away?
No, not
Okay.
at all. Not at all.
Okay.
You have almost 5 minutes in this section. So during that 5 minutes, you could come forward from away to right up against the camera almost. Let's see what we get. I need to be able to look at the recording because all of you have different environments. So we have to decide on something that will work as a group. But right now, just go with whatever you would like to have. And watch the screen at this time so that you see what you're doing and you can experiment. And I should have mentioned Jessica's lighting the area. Okay, could I ask Trisha and maybe Charles, if you can reduce your light slightly? No, you can't. Okay, don't worry about it then.
No, this is as dark as I can get. I've got all my blinds closed, but I'm really sorry. This just
No worries, no worries. I just wanted to see. What about you, Jennifer? Can you reduce your backlight at all? And Ed, can you change the light so that we can actually see your face? You're a gorgeous silhouette now, but I need your expressive face. Yeah, that's
I'll see what I can do. It could be a bit tricky this time, but for the future,
Next.
I'll work on that.
Yeah. Marlena, that's great.
Yeah.
Pat, you are the most brilliant light painter I've ever seen. All right, we're going to do just a couple more minutes of this, and then I would like you to go into what you had thought of as the signature for peace, which we'll do at the end. Okay, so I'm going to move it a little further in here. And we'll try that transition. You're still on your journey. Good. Good. That's the end of the first part. Yep. Okay, we're just running through it. I don't mean to mess with your mind, but I want you to have a sense of the changes we have to do. The second part of Mahatma Gandhi is violet, which means you need to mix red and blue. And we tried it, Mariko tried it, and you can get violet or purple. So try it hand to hand, maybe. One blue, one red.
Well, just a minute, let me get my red. I thought we were gonna do blue and white, but that's okay.
We are going to do white, but it's the fourth one.
Oh, okay. I'm getting,
Okay, it's all right, Elizabeth. You don't have to worry about it. Everybody's putting them on. So you need to have both red and blue and start messing with how you can mix them.
I think I found the red. Fine, this is great. Love the idea.
There it is. Jessica, you got it. Mariko, are you here?
Yes, I am.
You want to show us what you did?
Just a moment.
Okay. There's more than one way to do this, but I would like you to mess around with it and see what works best for you. But it's got to be a combination of red and blue that pool together to make, and the purple will change. It will become reddish violet. It will become bluish violet. But you'll find that you have to pool it a little bit in order to make it turn. That's it. So you're probably going to have to cast it on something else, probably yourself. There you go. That worked, Tricia. Hey, Mariko. So she's got red and blue both on the same hand. There you go. Yep. It won't just happen because you hold them together. They've got to cast their light on something. And that something is most likely you. So you need to focus your lights on you and get them to mush together to make violet or purple. That's it. That's it. Don't get frustrated. Take your time. This is not something that's going to be perfect tonight. You could try it on the wall behind you and see if you can make it go from red to purple or blue to purple. Yeah.
I don't seem to be able to do it. Everybody else is, but I don't seem to be able to do it.
Not everybody else is, but you're concentrating on wiggling your fingers. And what you need to do is see where the light is cast, which could be on your face or your shirt. There, now it's red. Now, how can you put blue into that with your fingers? Mess around with it. You got the red, beautiful. You might take it a little distance away from your face and cast it at your face. Yeah, and you've got the blue, but the red isn't in there. There we go.
I find this red one is much less bright than the blue one, so I might have to fiddle with that later.
Then have to use two reds to a blue.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. I'll give that a go.
Okay. If you look at the screen, you'll see there are a lot of different effects that come with this. A lot of different solutions. And you don't have to be perfect tonight, guys. This is experiment night. Mariko, how did you get your whole environment to turn purple? You got to turn your mic on, honey.
I'm shooting the light towards the camera.
Toward the camera. Yeah, that's what.
Towards, yeah, near the camera, towards, lights towards the camera.
Yeah, you could try that, Elizabeth. You could try aiming the light at your camera.
At my camera?
See what happens.
Well, where's my camera? In the back? My camera's in the back.
No, your camera can't be in the back or we wouldn't see you. Your camera's in the front. Just aim it at the screen of your device. There you go. There you go. Now move, change the configuration so that you see it in different ways. Wiggle your fingers. Yeah, maybe not that fast though. Yeah, there it goes. You started getting purple. Yeah.
Should I put more light in my lamp, stronger?
You can do anything your heart desires. I just want you to play with this now so that when we get around to doing this, finally you have a comfort level with creating this. You see, when Mariko aims it at her camera, the whole square fills with violet light. You may not want that all the time, but that might be something you would want in your repertoire of what you can do with this.
The camera's on the top part of my iPad?
Should be, yeah. But it wouldn't matter. You don't have to be that precise at your aim. Just aim it at your iPad. And then bring your hands apart from each other. Yeah, and aim it at your iPad. Shoot light at your iPad. That's it. Now come closer to it, and closer, and closer, and see what happens.
Don't
Oh.
money strikes again.
No, nothing is striking. Everybody's doing different things and having different results. Who is that there? Is that Pat? Of course it is. Marlene's got a thing where she's putting her hands practically into the camera. Different cameras will pick it up differently also. You'll be happy. Oh, Jessica, that's absolutely stunning. It's not what I want everybody to do, but it's really beautiful.
I get flex on my hand, on the palm of my hand.
Fine.
Yeah.
Having it reflect on your hands is great. Pat has made a career of that. Yep. There's no correct way to do this. There are just different ways that will produce different effects. Okay, so let's take this. And think about Gandhi. And think about Gandhi's life and course. I didn't even discuss the fact that the three leaders were all shot. They were all assassinated. But their work was not shot. Their work continues, and we are the inheritors of that work. So that's a part of this also. That is amazing, Jessica.
I don't see Jessica.
Jessica on my screen is up in the left corner, and she has a black background and the rest of it looks like sculpture. Can you see that?
Jessica Abajar?
Yep.
Okay, now I have my lamp turned off.
Nice, nice people. And some of this is really gorgeous. This is the only time we're going to mix the colors. The other ones are just single color. All right, I want you to hear some of the Gandhi section so that you can move to that a little bit. I'm not asking for anything in particular, except that you hold Gandhi and his life and precepts in your heart. If you're not familiar with what Gandhi did, there are very tiny bios on the internet that can make you familiar really fast. Here we go. Not being drawn to and you're being taught on the bio. That's gorgeous. I don't know what you're crying about, because that was just Yes. Just try different things. Just try it, Jane. You should have some. And here is either I yes, as long as you put it inside you, they will. So you're doing a balancing act between what's inside you, what you know yourself, in attempting to live a life of ahimsa, and knowing that you're conveying and communicating somebody conscious of it. Yep, Charles, that's great. Your feet. Okay, I have to look at the time now, so we need to move on to Martin Luther King. And again, this is expansion. Martin Luther King definitely stood on Gandhi's shoulders. Okay, and brought it to a new level of very conscious people who were not bewildered by what he was doing, because it had been done and everybody in the world knew about what Gandhi had done. So Martin Luther King had a different level of understanding among the people who followed him than Gandhi did, in a different way. And it spread. And it became not just a national movement, but it went further. So with Martin Luther King, we're going to be using the red lights. And you need that spirit. So you're able to expand further this time. inside your own body. Because the intensity of the movement has expanded, the intensity of the understanding of the people involved has expanded, and you need to reflect that knowledge, that ability, that confidence that this can be done. Okay, everybody got your red lights? Through the magic of video, we don't have to worry about how long it takes you to change them because I will be editing it.
One on each finger?
However you want to try it.
All right, great.
Marilyn,
Yes, my love.
would you like to see the light also increases? Not just one in each, but maybe like this point, two in each hand.
Yes, but I'm not sure yet exactly how to get the kind of increased intensity each time. Each time I would like it to expand in the body and expand in the light. And in actuality, what I think we will do is use larger numbers as we go on. So instead
Right.
of very, very small individuals on the first one, smaller groups on the second one, on this one, much larger groups, and finally everybody. So I'm not sure, given the different squares, what will produce a very clear increase in intensity. And I need to look at them before I tell them what to do.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So many things are going on at once. Okay, everybody ready? Here we go. Good. Yes, beautiful. Use your arm. Camera. Use put more finger lights on. You can turn your lights inside out. And or you don't stop. Go to the dance. The camera, your body, that's it. They had to go on with it. All right, my dears, I know we're running out of time. Would you switch to your white lights, please?
Marilyn,
Yes, my love.
I cannot understand anything you say when the music is on. Not a word. All I get are blep, 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 blep.
Does everybody else have the same problem?
Yes.
Yeah,
you're
that's the same
breaking
issue
up.
with me when the music is on.
Yeah,
You're,
we don't hear any.
Oh, no. What if I turn the music down a bit?
It's not that, it's your voice is stopping and starting and stopping and starting. It's like it's broken.
But now you're not having that problem because the music's not playing, correct?
That's
Correct.
right, we can hear you.
Oh,
It might be a competition with your voice and the music. That's two types of sound.
yeah, but it shouldn't. It should work.
I don't know. I hear you okay.
If you hear me okay, would you raise your hand when the music's on?
Mhm.
Who just said she did? Which of you is able to hear me okay when the music is on?
I thought I heard you okay. Yeah.
Okay. Jessica, do you have any wisdom for us on this?
It should work.
It always
'Cause
hasn't. You're
you're sharing the sound.
right.
I don't know if headphones would work, but
I don't
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
see
think.
what difference that would make. All right, this is something I'll have to work on over the weekend and try to figure out why it happens and how to prevent it. I'm really sorry. That's really unfortunate. Oh boy, is that unfortunate. Okay, so I'm not going to talk while I play this for you. I'll just give you the information in a preparatory way, and then we can try it. All right. So this,
Marilyn, I don't understand it because, you know, in other things when we did humankind, we could hear your instructions. So I don't know why it
Yeah.
should stop
I'll
that
have
now.
that. I just don't want to use the group's time because we're almost over our time period. But I know we've been doing this for years and it worked. And it's the same computer and the same microphone and everything. So let me see what I can find out. But for right now, let me just give you the background and then I'll put the music on and I won't talk. So that's really distracting. Okay, the final one, the John Lennon one, is really the ultimate. It's where we are now. It's the invitation for the world to practice ahimsa together. We've done this, we've accomplished these things, we've spread, there's so many of us working for this. Why can't we do it now? And that's really the punchline of the whole piece. It's time now, the time is right. We have all this lineage behind us and we have the ability to go on. And we end up with a very joyful, wonderful, exuberant celebration, but still walking the path of trying to get the world to move together. That's really what it amounts to. All right. Let me see if I've got this lined up correctly. I think so. Let's go. The most light, most, the most, yeah, okay, now you're moving into the final piece with the world. Okay, folks. Excellent. All right, I'd just like to talk to you for 1 minute. Sorry, I've kept you over a bit. Very nice work. I would urge you to experiment with your lights a bit on your own. I think a lot of the gradual increase of intensity we can do by having you advance on the camera, but I want to look at all the stuff you did, and then I'll distill that and also give you a real set of cues for the final affirmation of peace for each section. It's a good rehearsal. You haven't lost any of your chops. And I will see some of you on Tuesday and others on Friday, and some of you on both. If you have anything you'd like to bring up now, please do. And then I will talk with Kathy and Mariko for a bit. You're wonderful. It's such a joy to work with you. You have such heart. And that's what we need. Yeah.
Marilyn,
Yes.
do we have to wear white? I
Yes.
really don't look good in white. It ain't my thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but we really do need to do uniform white in this. And
But maybe the legs, couldn't the legs be dark? I mean, I have no clothes in white. I had to go through everything to find white because I do not wear white.
okay, if you want,
Unless it's underwear.
I will buy you some white pants.
No, I'll go look around. It's just that it's not my color. My everything looks fat and lumpy, and
Oh Lord,
I feel ugly.
look lumpy if you tried for hours. We really do need
to get one of those
uniform white on this one. I promise you that we won't do it again. But on this one, so that we have so little uniformity because of the difference in backgrounds and lighting and so on. We need some kind of, especially for something like this, where it's talking about a united move forward. I don't look good in white either, but I'll wear it.
Maybe I should wear a sheet. Wear a sheet. I don't need anything close. Clingy.
Do me a favor and skip that one. Okay.
They have different shades of white.
Oh,
I know
There's
that.
there's a bright, clear white. There's a soft
You know,
white.
she just doesn't
soft
like to
white.
wear white, period. I wish I could change that, but I really can't this time, this one time. You can adjust your lighting if you want to.
Yeah. I'll wear a sheet. Okay, I'll figure it out.
If you want a private conversation about this, I'll be glad to have one.
Yeah, it's all right. I just don't like the way I look right now.
Oh.
COVID weight, you know,
Party.
we're not all Mariko.
No.
She's so thin.
No. You wear it light. You wear it light.
Yeah.
That is why you're wearing white.
I know.
But
I
but
know.
yeah.
That light, yes.
I completely understand the concept. I don't like the way I look. That's all.
I think you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Probably doesn't help, but I think you look beautiful. And I would guess that if you look at the video with an unjaundiced eye, that it's not me, but it's somebody, you might
Mhm.
actually see something you like. You really might.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll try to keep my mind open.
I love you.
It's
If you
almost
don't
like
look
we
at all,
have
you
to,
can't be disappointed.
it's almost like we have to completely forget ourselves and get into that whole feeling of peace more than anything about, it's something to work on. Yeah, to let go of image and just let in peace.
Mhm.
Peace for people of all sizes in the world. We have to find a way to
One thing about this, guys, I have to tell you what people get from our performances is very clear. They're not looking at what the human body can do. That's not what we're about.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
not what Buto's about either. They're looking at transformation. If you can successfully lead them into transformation, you've done your job. I mean, this is really a job. If you can keep your spirit where it belongs, they will get it. They absolutely get it every single time. I told you that story about having all these elaborate programs for reconciliation, explaining what was going on blow by blow by blow, and then they weren't given out. They were sitting there in a stack at the end of the whole thing, and the audience got it. They got every single part of it, and they commented on it. So it's your inner truth that's going to come through in this, and that's really, really what I want from you. I don't need you to be Baryshnikov, although it'd be nice if we could all be Baryshnikov. I need you to be yourself to the nth degree. I need you to bring that's the criteria
Yeah, I know.
for bringing people into the movement choir. The spirit has to be right. Nothing else is in there. If they're standing there on a walker, I don't care. If the spirit is right and they're generous enough to allow it out in the dance, that's what we need.
Yeah,
The whole story.
that alone is a sacred message.
That alone
Yeah.
is a sacred act. That's prayer. So
Yeah,
I don't think, Terry, if you were coming before God at this moment, that you would go, oh, I
Yes.
think I look right. Yeah, it's this that I want, and you've got that in spades. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, okay?
Okay. I just don't like, I have pajamas on because I have nothing in white. And then I discovered I have a whole bunch of things.
I'll buy you
They're pajamas and it looks, anyway,
like pajamas,
I'll figure something out.
look like dance clothes. All right, my loves, I need to talk to Mariko and Kathy real quick.
Okay.
Thanks,
Bye.
Melanie.
All right.
Thanks,
All my
everybody.
heart,
See you
and I
next
Have a
week.
good evening.
Thank you.
Thank
Stay
you.
warm.
It's so
Bye-bye.
nice to be back again.